All right, let's talk about something that drives so many people crazy, technical SEO on HighLevel. You know the feeling, right? It feels like your hands are tied, like you can't possibly do real SEO because you don't have access to the server. Well, if that's you, you're in the right place. We are going to cut through all that noise and show you where your real power is.
So let's just get this out in the open, because I hear this all the time. There's this idea floating around that because HighLevel is a SaaS platform, that deep, nitty-gritty technical optimization is just impossible. And you know what that leads to? It leads to a lot of people just giving up on the fundamentals. But what if that whole idea is just plain wrong?
And this, right here, is the key to everything we're talking about today. Winning at high-level SEO is not about wishing you were a server engineer. It's about being disciplined. It's about consistently using the powerful, fundamental controls that are right at your fingertips. See, it's about discipline, not difficulty. So let's start with a fact that should feel pretty liberating. Google gets it. It understands how platforms like HighLevel work. You are not getting penalized because you can't personally tune a database. The goal isn't to be a server admin, it's to give Google clean, clear, and trustworthy signals about your website. Just look at this. Everything on the left, server resources, database stuff, all that, you can officially stop worrying about it. HighLevel handles that for you. Your entire focus, your entire battleground is on the right side of the screen. Your page structure, your internal linking, your schema, your on-page assets. This is where you make a huge, huge impact.
Okay, so where do we start? We start with the biggest bang for your buck, the highest leverage, lowest effort wins you can possibly get on the platform. In fact, before we even touch a single page, we can get a massive performance boost just by flipping two simple switches.
That's it. Just two. By enabling these two global settings, you immediately solve a huge chunk of the performance problems that you can actually control. This gives us a solid performance baseline so we can focus on all the other important stuff.
And here they are. So you're going to head into your website settings. First, you're going to enable image optimization. This automatically compresses and resizes your images, which cuts down your page weight and makes your site load way faster. Second, enable JavaScript optimization. This cleans up how scripts load, cutting down on those annoying delays that both your users and Google's crawlers absolutely hate. It's simple, it's powerful, and honestly, it should be non-negotiable.
All right, now that we have our performance baseline locked in, we can start building on top of it. And the very next layer is the structural blueprint of every single one of your pages. I want you to think of this like you're handing Google an architectural plan that says, hey, this is exactly what this page is about. Now listen, these are not suggestions, okay? These are the non-negotiable rules for clean SEO. Every single page that you want Google to index needs a unique title tag. It's a direct ranking signal. And every page needs exactly one H1 tag. Not 0, not 2, 1. The H1 is probably the strongest structural signal you can send to define what that page's main topic is. If you get this wrong, you are literally forcing Google to guess. And this right here is one of the most common mistakes I see. On the left, that's the right way to do it. You're using header tags, H1, H2, H3, to create a logical outline, a table of contents for your page. But on the right, that's what we never, ever do. We don't use header tags just for styling. If you want bigger text, use the font controls. If you use an H3 just because it looks good, you're breaking that logical flow and you're weakening your own SEO signals.
Okay, so now we've got a fast site, and we've got well-structured pages. But that's pretty useless if Google can't even find them, right? So now we have to talk about discoverability and how to get rid of the invisible content that might be hiding on your site right now. The number one culprit here is something called an orphan page. It's a page you built, it has content on it, but absolutely no other page on your website links to it. From Google's perspective, from a crawler's perspective, if there are no roads leading to that page, it might as well not even exist. And the consequences of this are, well, they're pretty bad. These pages are invisible, they don't get any authority passed to them from your other pages. It basically signals to Google that this content isn't important enough for you to link to. And what that really means is, it's a complete waste of the time and money you spent creating it in the first place. And you know, this whole idea of discoverability, it applies to your images too. Just like an internal link makes a page visible, alt text makes an image understandable to a search engine. Every important image, your logo, your product shots, hero images, it needs a descriptive alt attribute. It's crucial for accessibility, and it gives Google vital context. Finally, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools you have, schema markup. But its power is completely dependent on doing it right. and it's a mandatory two-step process. First, you add the schema to your page. But, and this is the part almost everyone misses, you absolutely must go to step 2. You have to validate that page with Google's rich results test. I really want you to let this quote sink in. Just adding schema to your page is not enough. If it has errors, it's useless. Sometimes it's even worse than having no schema at all. Passing the validation test doesn't guarantee you'll get those cool rich results in search, but failing it absolutely guarantees you won't. You have to get this part right.
So as we start to wrap this up, I hope you can see that being great at technical SEO on HighLevel isn't about some secret hack. It's all about the discipline to eliminate what I call unforced errors. These are simple, fundamental mistakes that are 100% within your control to fix.
And this is your game plan. This is the checklist that actually matters. Go turn on those global performance settings. Go through your pages and enforce that unique title 1H1 rule. Check your header structure. Hunt down those orphan pages and give them a home with an internal link. Add descriptive alt text. And please validate your schema. This is the discipline that gets results.
The power to dramatically improve your site's technical performance is right there. It's in your hands. It's not on some server you can't even touch. So the only real question left is, which one of these high-impact, totally controllable, unforced errors are you going to go fix first?